Hi friends, this is Andy Vegan. I make a blueberry tart today. Another one. And the other day I made a blueberry tartlet just with blueberries. And now I make it with a pudding. So it's a blueberry pudding tartlet. And in a similar way I made other pies before. But first, before I make the pudding and everything else, I make the bottom, as usual, with a food processor fitted with the S-blade. And I take, as usual, that's the easiest way, first, just almonds. I have 1 cup only this time, because to make a tartlet, that means a small test version for a cake. But it's not only a test version, it's really a nice thing you have in the afternoon, or you can serve it to friends. I have 2 of them, and a cup of nuts, a cup of almonds should be enough. Before I put the dates in to make a sticky dough, I make a coarse meal just with the almonds. That saves a little bit of time. Now the meal is coarse, and I made it a little bit finer than usual, because using these small ring molds, I make it a little bit finer and then I can better press it together to make it firmer. Otherwise it might not be enough to really get them in the sticky dough and have it a firm and a shape in one piece. Here, 1 cup of almonds, and I guess the 10 pitted dates or so. Yeah, put the dates in. The dates are a little bit harder than the ones I had before, so I will have to process a little bit longer. And together with the dates and the almonds, I put a little bit of cinnamon into the bottom here. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon. Here, the cinnamon goes into the bottom, just to give it a little bit of flavor, another flavor, because it's nice with the almonds and the dates. Cinnamon is good for sweet flavors, and dates are sweet. So I guess it works. Same food processor, same S-blade, just going on processing. Now, I guess the dough is sticky. I can fill it into the bottom of my ring molds. Yeah. And last time I already did it a little bit longer, the processing, and still when I had the ring mold open, I ate the tartlet, still the bottom fell apart a little bit. Not too much, it wasn't too serious, but this time that's why I make sure to make a little bit longer and to have it firmer. Yeah. I don't know, I guess it's for 2 reasons mainly. That is the dates, they are firmer than the softer ones I had before. First reason. The second reason is the ring mold is a little bit smaller. I guess there's something to do that I cannot press the dough so firm. I don't know. It just doesn't matter. Here I show you my dough now, and here see it is pretty sticky now. You can see already how sticky it is. It begins to shine a little bit. See? That's when the oil begins coming out of the nuts. Then you have a very sticky dough. And you do it more and longer, it becomes a marzipan. You don't want to have a marzipan. It's too much if you don't want to have marzipan. Okay, here's a little bottom. Put the ring mold on top. And I take a spoon and fill both of them half with the sticky dough before pressing it. Because I guess it's enough for 2 ring molds, 1 cup of nuts, of almonds, and 10 dates. If I have a little bit too much of the dough, I can always make another form. Doesn't matter. I don't want to have too little, so I guess it's okay. I have a little bit here. Oh, come on, I put it all in. Maybe it's too much. I will press it down a little bit. It's too much a little bit. I don't want to have too much of the dough. So I take some out again. Yeah, and I press it down now. Taking the spoon from the beginning. It's easier, also easier with the ring mold because it is smaller. And then it's just not too much work to press it down. Yeah. I'm going to try now. Do the rest with a finger. Yeah. Oh, it feels sticky. It's better now than before. It will be firmer when the mold is taken out, when I take it out of the mold. So press it down a little bit more, because the firmer you make it, the longer you process, the less fluffy. Yeah, the less fluffy the bottom is, and you want to have a fluffy bottom, of course. Otherwise, it's too hard, too firm. But with the small bottoms, I guess, with the small ring molds and tartlets, it might be nice also to have a little bit firmer, the bottom, less fluffy. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just checking, just trying. It's always experiencing new things, you know. It's interesting, making a new recipe every day. Gives me so much variety. I learn all the time, learn something new. Before I made this, with the daily recipes, I always cook the same, like most of us do. We have a little standard recipe collection, and it's okay. Yeah. Now it's different. So I have a little bit left. I'll make it later. So this I can put aside here and show you what I have now. You see, this is my ring molds with the bottoms. Put it aside. Now I make the pudding for the blueberries to fold in. And for the pudding, I use bananas. That's my usual base for the pudding. Recently I learned the perfect pudding texture would be with avocados and bananas. But this wouldn't be so nice for a cake. Right? I need something firmer, not actually pudding. The pudding texture is different. It's somehow softer. It wouldn't work here in the dough or with the cake. So I take, instead of the cashews, I take avocado. I take cashews here, like before. So bananas and cashews. It's also nice to blend. Bananas and cashews, like bananas and every nut or seed, makes it a very nice texture. So creamy. Not a pudding, it's a cream more than. And for the banana, I have a lemon here to make it nice, because bananas and lemon have this wonderful flavor combination. And also the lemon is nice for the blueberry to fold into the cream of the pudding. And here I have a little bit of vanilla that goes into this cream too. So half a teaspoon or so, just a little bit, a pinch. And so 4 ingredients. It's a base plus a little bit seasoning. And I will put some psyllium husk to make it complete afterwards. First I make it a cream and then firm. All these creams, these cashew banana creams, I like them so much. I have to taste it, of course. It's a nice texture, yeah. Super. The perfect flavor. Lemon, banana, vanilla, cashew. So I put it now into my bowl. Yeah. To make it firm with a psyllium husk. So that's here. And you see, if you can see it, it's pretty runny still. So it doesn't work. This wouldn't work for a cake. Of course, it would run away. And it has, of course, it has to be firm for the cake. Now I do that with psyllium husk. I'll show you the cream now. This is the cream, see? Pretty runny. And I have 3 bananas, you remember, and maybe a 1/3 cup of cashews and half a lemon. And here are 3 tablespoons of psyllium husk, but this has been grated, ground psyllium husk. So 3 tablespoons of this would be more, a lot more than the psyllium husk without having grated it. Here I have to stir it. Here with a whisker, I have to whisk it, because this will, otherwise will be lumps in the cream, and that is not nice. You want to have an even cream, homogeneous. So I very slowly, I put the psyllium husk into the cream, just dusting it in, and all the time swirl here with a whisker all the time, and more I put in, the firmer it gets. Pretty soon it will be firming up. Pretty soon now, and later in the refrigerator, it firms even more. Oh yeah, now it comes. Now it's pretty firm. So that is the right quantity, I guess. So 3 tablespoons, but make sure to ground it first. I have the little coffee grinder. That is okay for this. Show you the texture again. Where the spoon? Where was the spoon? Oops, my spoon. Ah, here. Here's the spoon. Yeah, I show you the texture of that pudding now here. So now I come back to the little tartlets, to the ring molds, and I begin with a little bit of cream, firming up on the bottom, just a little bit, to have it like a glue. Otherwise the blueberries will roll down. They will roll down from the from the tartlets, from the bottom when you open it. Oh, and now I put the blueberries in here. I show you my blueberries here. That's not even half a pound or so, not too much. Put them in with a spoon. I want to have many blueberries in. Most should be blueberries. The pudding should just be to keep them, to hold them together. So I put a lot, pressing it down, both molds, into the pudding in the bottom, on the bottom. Once you open the mold and you will eat the blueberry tartlets, or any tartlet, and you have put a lot of fruit in it, a whole fruit, like I do now, you will always think, hey, where's all the fruit gone? I have seen that many times. So really, I have to make sure there are there's plenty of fruit in there, because it always seems, whatever I do, always seems to be too little in the end. It's so crazy, strange. Where is always the fruit? Where is it going? It always seems to be too little. I put some on the top. Well, both sides here. It doesn't matter, a little bit more, a little less. One side has a little bit more, one side a little bit less. Yeah, they don't need to be all even the same height. Or I can put some on the bottom, on top a little bit more cream on the one side. Make it a little bit nicer. Here, my 2 tartlets. A little bit pudding is left, just a little bit. It won't be enough for another tartlet, but well, pretty okay, I guess, pretty good measurements. Okay, I will see what happens once it's in the fridge. I open it I hope it keeps together, and you will already have seen on the photo. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for joining me, and you can also join me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and if you like, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. I have another recipe every single day.